Welcome to Late Night Gaming. My name is Rachel, and today we will be continuing Slay the Princess. Now, in our last episode, let me look at my notebook of notes. We did three things. We did the Nightmare route, and that was the first time we've ever done that. We also went back to the Beast route, and we got eaten by the beast and slayed her from inside, and that got us to chapter 3, the Wild again. And this time we gave the networked Wild to the Shifting Mound instead of the Wounded Wild, I think it was called. And we got that through the Witch route. So we have all the achievements connected to the Wild, so we never need to go back there again. But I was looking through the guide, and I thought, why don't we just, because we have all the achievements for the Hero and the Princess, chapter 1, so in like the chapter that we're in now, we have all the achievements for the Stranger and the Damsel. So I thought, the next on this list is the Adversary, which we've done before. So why don't we go back and get another achievement? So I got it to the point where we're going to slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Also, I didn't preface this. My goal for this video... Oh, I thought that was cat hair. It's just a line on her dress. I want to get the last two vessels for the Shifting Mound and then another ending. So it might be a longer episode, but that is my goal for this video.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
I don't ever want to experience that. That sounds awful.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder.
Like, can you feel the blood?
Do you really think this is the end?
No.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So, we have done the achievement, that which cannot die, cannot die. So we're gonna do I Didn't Hear No Bell. That's the name of the achievement. Brawl with the Adversary to unlock this achievement. So we're gonna proceed to the cabin. Oh, voice of the stubborn. Oops. We're going to enter the basement.
No blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
As long as you can still get the job done. And don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
I wouldn't say it's deeper, but threatening, maybe? I don't know.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. But no little knife this time, huh?
No. We have fisticuffs.
No, I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Attack her unarmed.
I guess we'll have to see how this goes.
Okay.
Your hands empty, you charge the princess.
Quit the pessimism, will you?
Right? It's almost like you don't want us to beat her. No, look, I'm rooting for you, I really am. I'm just doing my best to keep my expectations grounded. You don't have a weapon. You're supposed to have a weapon.
Yeah, these.
We'll be fine. Just watch.
You attack, fists raised, and the two of you fall into combat. Your clawed fingers tear into her flesh, and her fists and elbows return the blows in kind, bruises blossoming in her wake, and blood vessels rupturing in vivid sprays of gore.
Not bad. You're tougher than I thought you'd be.
Hear that? She respects us. We can pull this off.
Yeah, you're right.
But without that knife, you'll never be enough.
Her knee connects with your sternum with a loud, violent crack. The wind leaves your lungs, and as you struggle for breath, you can feel something flooding in to fill the space. Hot blood, suffocating you from the inside.
You have to want to kill me. Like this.
You don't so much as see her movement before she deals the killing blow. Everything goes dark, and you die.
No, I don't.
Are you serious? That's it? That's it.
Like hell it is. We're not giving up that easy. Now get up.
Didn't you hear me? You're dead. There's no getting up from that.
Get up.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're
Not dead anymore.
Yes. Your eyes bolt open and you push
Ooh.
yourself back to your feet.
Oh, you
You're
can see her feathers.
alive.
So are we the crow creature in the mirror? Like when we talk to the narrator? Like the narrator is not the crow creature, but we are? Because I know we have feathers and all that, but that's really confusing to me.
The princess takes a step back and looks down at her pulp-covered fists.
I could have sworn I killed you. That's your face splattered on the walls and dripping from my hands.
No, that's blood dripping from your hands. If that was my face, it would have eyeballs, a nose, my mouth, and all that other fun stuff. That's just blood, idiot. And we just attack her.
The two of you clash once more. It's not as one-sided as I feared, but it's still a far cry from what I'd hoped. Her injuries, though numerous, pale in comparison to yours, and the wounds you've inflicted upon her barely seem to have slowed her down. As much as you're trying to ignore it, adrenaline pushing you far past your limits. Every movement burns.
Yeah, but she has, like, fear or shock in her eyes. Like, here it almost looks like she's sad. But here she looks, like, bewildered.
This is getting boring.
Yeah.
Are you even trying to keep up with me?
She lands another devastating... no. Lethal blow. Everything goes dark. Again. And you die. Again.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm going to say.
That we're not dead?
Yeah, that we're not dead. Come on, get up. If we can just keep going, we're bound to wear her down eventually.
Are you sure she can't do what we're doing right now?
There's only one way to find out.
Once more, you push yourself back to your mangled feet.
How are you still moving? How are you still doing anything?
We have the power of narration.
Bodies aren't supposed to look like that.
An uncharacteristic terror seems to grip her voice. Have we ever seen her afraid before? No, we haven't.
This is how we win. We can do this forever.
I'm going to put you out of your misery. I don't like looking at you like this. You're all twitching and wrong.
I'd like to see her try. We're invincible.
Her fist flies towards where your face used to be, your twisted body incapable of moving out of the way. And then you see nothing. Everything goes dark and we die? Yes, something like that. Well, don't you have something to say?
Yeah, I quit.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
All right, change of plans. We're taking the blade this time.
Now, why would we ever do that? Because she absolutely destroyed us? She sure did, but what a great way to go. Does it matter? We lost. Oh, why so glum, Rage Boy? I thought you were brave. I thought you were proud. Was all that bravado just hot air?
Look, it was just... The fight was better the first time, and the first time we had a weapon.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly you've already been here.
Yeah, this is really gross. Oh, these look like oh, these are fingers. Like, look at the knuckle joints. Oh, ooh, and ew, this is so fleshy.
Yeah, you think?
And these are veins.
What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little off.
You think?
Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously.
It feels like I'm being pulled in 100 different directions. You better all listen to me when the time comes to make a choice.
100? Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. At least for now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time. I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
No matter what happens next, it seems like our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. Proceed to the cabin.
Good. We're all on the same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you can think of something worth telling us. The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight. But that is how it was. Now there is a growth that has overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
I am so curious what the princess is gonna look like.
That's horrible. I think it's kinda nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it? The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. We'll need it if we want to do things right. I say we leave it to rust. Let's not make the same mistake twice. We could have won if we had it last time. Take it.
Normally when I do these, like chapter 3s, I just kind of go into the basement. I don't take the blade. Let's just approach the mirror. I almost go like a pacifist route to talk to the princess.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. Almost as if you don't see it. But you must, because it's right there in front of you. All we see is a damn mirror. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean? Wipe what clean? The door? The mirror. What are you talking about? You're standing in front of a door. Whatever non-door thing you think you're looking at, it isn't real, because if it were real, I'd know about it. But it has to be real. It's right there. Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more. Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent. We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement. As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead.
I'm going to take a guess as to what the princess is gonna look like. And since everything is really fleshy and skeletal, like the trees look like fingers, and you can hear flies, and I'm going to assume it smells really bad. My first thought is that the princess is either gonna look like 10 times tougher than she does as the adversary, or she's gonna look like this pulpy, fleshy mess.
Why am I not surprised? You step forward into the darkness. The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic. The air is thick, its odour an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned. Do you intend to weakly claw your fingers across my skin? Or have you finally decided to try and kill me properly? I think you'll find it won't be so simple. I've changed. The way your flesh felt grinding beneath my fist, it woke something in me. A fight is a song, but there was no music in our conflict. There was no beauty in what we did to each other, and now there's no beauty in me. Come down and see what you've done.
Do you hear that? Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a
Whoa.
deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Okay, I love this design. That is so fucking cool. Oh, her heels are bone.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin. Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
There's not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh. And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings. She is loose, and she is coming for you. She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the satisfaction. That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
Honestly, let's just do it. This isn't over until I say it's over. I'm taking you out.
You'll try. And that's what I've been so excited for. Let's hurt each other.
What is this? Are the 2 nails? What is this?
Your heart free of fear,
Is
you
that like a
charge
spike?
towards the princess, your eyes locked on each other, both of you prepared to lay down your very essence in one blow.
It's now or never. Let's make it a beautiful blaze of glory.
With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound. No, that's our stuff. She can't just do that. She just did. Unfortunate, I know, but reality is reality. Pah, who needs stuff anyway? Look at us! We might be all over the place, but we're fine.
We didn't even get a chance.
That's the first thing you've said that's made any sense. We may be down again, but we're not out for the count yet.
Still, you fall to pieces. What is the point of all this power if there's no challenge to using it? This is a numb existence.
We're just gonna ignore her and push forward.
Though the ribbons of your unraveled body struggle to coordinate, you manage to put one foot forward.
Oh, so there is some challenge left in you. Let's see how long it takes to crush it.
The princess clenches her fist, and as her knuckles tighten, even more of you becomes undone. Your skin is flayed, your fatty tissue torn from your muscles.
What are you? You're clearly not your skin.
Why would we ever be just our skin? We lost so much of it last time. We're obviously more than that. Who cares? I don't like not having skin. It hurts.
Okay, I'm sorry. The way that, like, our skin is being torn from our body and the voices are just like, oh yeah, we're fine. No, it hurts. Like, it just so...
The pain doesn't
They
matter.
sound so
Just
unserious.
keep walking. She can't stop us if we don't let her.
Still you push on, placing one disaster of a foot in front of the other.
Perhaps muscle is where you dwell.
She smiles, and again her will tears at you. Muscle untethers from bone. But we need that. We can't do anything if we don't have muscle. Okay, Mr. Anatomy, I hear you. But have you considered how neat it would be if we still kept walking towards her without it.
Yes, yes, do it. Show her how tough we really are.
You shamble on, a mass of organs suspended in bone, all held together by the thinnest strands of connective tissue.
I really thought that losing your muscle would be the end of you. This is exciting. We're in uncharted depths. I can't wait to see how much more of you I can take before you finally stop moving.
The less that remains of your body, the more fiercely your spirit struggles against that of the princess. But her power is immense.
I wonder if our soul is gonna take her down.
As your organs slip from between your ribs, she takes another step back. Only now, there is nowhere left for her to go. She's within your reach, if only you have the determination to reach her.
Of course we have determination. We made it this far, didn't we?
What does this make us? How can we lose so many vital parts of who we are and still be here? The exact same way we lost every piece of ourselves twice before. Have you forgotten that we've literally died? Twice.
Come on. One more step. Do it. Hit me. Show me what you're made of.
Reach for her heart.
Your skeletal hand shoots towards her heart, but the closer it gets, the more brittle it becomes. Flakes of bone are peeled away, exposing the marrow, and the marrow melts, exposing nerves, and the nerves are stripped raw. Until what? I think he gave up on us.
Figures. He always seemed weak to me.
In the end, you're nothing. Just like what's left of me.
But we're still here, aren't we?
Which means we aren't finished.
What are we supposed to do? Hit her with nothing?
We have her soul. We have her spirit.
Yes.
Something or nothing bursts forward from the place that is you. Threads in the shape of a pristine blade, they pierce her heart.
Huh. I felt that.
We actually did it.
We actually won.
I always knew we had it in us. But what are we going to do with ourselves now?
It's cold.
Triumph over a scorned adversary. Okay, I really liked that. I kind of want to go back and revisit the Fury, and I'm gonna see. Hold on. Oh, so you can encounter the Fury with different voices. Well, we had the voice of the Stubborn, so we probably could have done something. There are 2 achievements that are connected to him, and then you can have the voice of the Contrarian, which we did have, and we had Going the Distance, but there's another one where we just give up. And then if you have the voice of the Broken, there are 2 achievements for that. Huh. Interesting.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the Long Quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
I like how they're holding her heart to keep it from falling out or something. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. There is passion and empathy buried under her unfeeling skin. She will make for a weathered heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
Okay, let's...
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Bring the fury to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
There is a route. There's a chapter 3 called The Dragon that I kind of want to look at. So, let's just go ahead and get through this. Silently continue to the cabin. Proceed into the cabin. We are going to take the blade. Enter the basement. Continue
Good.
down the stairs.
You're still listening to reason.
Steel your nerves and step forward. Slay the princess.
You lunge.
We've already seen this. Of course she is. Of course it is.
Yes.
She's dead. Leave. And then... Oh, okay.
So glad you're keeping an eye.
Of course we are. I like it here. What is happening?
Really? Well,
so we can't get the good ending again. So, okay, maybe I'm not happy, but I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked
good.
to.
Because I have an idea.
And I think we just, kill ourselves? Anything to get out of
Thank
this
you.
hole.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Oh, I think we just kill ourselves. Okay. So now we're back at the Spectre. So we're gonna proceed to the cabin.
A warning.
We've
before
already
you
done
go any
this. So that's why I'm kinda just going through this. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
So there are 2 different dragons that you can go to. There's a harsh one and a gentle one. I kind of want to see what the gentle
The
one's
room
all about.
below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. 2 deep-set eyes stare up at
It's
you,
still so cute
followed
to
by
me.
a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. We could probably grab her and kill her again, if we wanted to. We don't even need a blade. She looks fragile enough to me.
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you?
Of course there is. You can give me the only thing I've ever wanted. A way out of this basement. The place won't let me leave. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you own me.
I will never get used to that. That is so...
Absolutely not.
Oh, I love how she goes from, like, cute to scary so quickly.
Is she asking if she can possess us?
Yeah.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Sounds great. Do it. Let the princess possess you.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over? I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor, are they also supposed to be you?
See, this is what confuses me, because when we look in the mirror... That's what confuses me. like, who the narrator really is.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
And we leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
See, I think I'm missing something. When it comes to the shifting mound, the narrator, who the princess really is and how she came to be, that is where I'm really confused. So I don't really understand why the narrator hates her. I tried looking it up on the wiki, but like, it's really confusing. That's where I'm really lost.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate. And whine. This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
So we take the blade.
You reach forward and mindlessly take the blade from the table. What do you plan to do with it?
Slay the princess.
Isn't that an interesting idea? I hadn't even considered it as an option. Slaying her would slay you. Are you sure you're willing to do that? Of course we're sure. The decision has already been made. All right then. Better this than ferrying her out of here.
After all that, you're really just going to stab me again?
Hear that? She's scared. No point wasting more time. Do it. You lift the blade, then plunge it deep into your guts. Pain spreads quickly through your torso as you attempt to turn its edge up towards your heart. The princess, her spirit bound to your prison of flesh as she had once been bound to the basement's prison of stone, cries out in agony as you slice through organ and muscle.
I don't want to die in you. I thought you finally understood me, but instead you just wanted to hurt me again.
Your skin roils and bucks as she violently pushes against it from the inside. Bits of her seep through, white and glowing with ethereal light, but still the walls of your prison hold.
If only I could drag you with me and make you understand. But that's not the way things get to go for me, is it?
It would certainly be interesting. Though being dead does sound dark. And you are about to be dead. Again.
Get away from me, you cold little freak!
Take Ionosphere and destroy it the only way you can. You feel a dull tear, like strips of meat being delicately peeled from bone. But it doesn't matter how delicate the hands are. But it doesn't matter how delicate the hands if you are the meat. You have been stripped away from yourself, or stripped away from something that used to be you, or stripped away from something that used to be important. At the very least, you have been stripped away from something. It always hurts to forget at first, but then you forget the pain.
We were so close to leaving, and now look at you. Look at me. Is this what you wanted?
The words come from both inside and outside of your head. Before you, on the ground, is a writhing mass of flesh and scales and feathers. Okay, I don't know if this is... I'm gonna say nothing.
Say nothing? That's you, isn't it? So you left with me. I'm not alone. And it sounds like it's just the two of us now. I hope that means things are going to be better, even if we're still stuck. Maybe everything that was bad between us just came from them. I hope. Because I really wouldn't like to be stabbed a third time.
Gurgling liquid bubbles up from open pockets in the disintegrating mass in front of you. It is trying to speak, but it no longer has the tissue that speech requires.
Wait, if we need to leave together to get out, this could still count. We have to try before your body stops being alive. Okay, that's a yes.
You hurtle towards the cabin door, but time seems to slow the closer you get. In a moment you're halfway there, and in 2 moments you're halfway there again. Having the distance and having the distance until the door feels almost within reach.
We're not gonna make it, are we? We're gonna be stuck again.
You are seated in a room that is empty. A chain digs into your wrist, binding one arm to the wall. It is quiet and you are alone. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. Oh, was it gonna go? Oh, I thought it was gonna keep going.
Are you still there? Am I alone again?
I'm still here.
Then at least I won't be lonely. It's nice to hear your voice. I mean, think your voice?
Sorry I stabbed us.
That's okay. I'm sure you had your reasons. I don't think it's good to hold on to the past like that anyways. It's better if we choose to move forward together.
You're not mad at me, are you?
I don't know why you did what you did. But it's hard to be mad when you're just as stuck as I am.
You're different. Your whole mood is different.
I'm just trying to make the best of things. You could always make the best of things too, if you want. We both have a chance to start over. Besides, there's something about you being in here with me that feels... right. I never wanted to be your enemy.
I killed you though, and I tried killing you again.
I don't know what to say. I just feel fine right now. I think things happen for a reason. And if you trying to kill both of us is what it takes for you to finally see what I see, then I'm okay with that.
How are we supposed to get out of here?
I wish I knew, but I think we're probably stuck here until something happens.
If we're both here, then what happened to the others? This is really interesting to me.
I don't know. I hope they're okay. Some of them, at least. I didn't like the one that kept bossing you around. and that quiet one kinda gave me the creeps. I liked that last one, though. He was nice. I hope he's okay.
The hero. Are we still a ghost? Your gaze turns to your hands, solid and translucent, then solid again.
Maybe? It's like sometimes we are and sometimes we aren't. Like we're something in between ghost and not ghost.
What are we supposed to do? Just wait for something to happen?
Well, that's what I've always done.
What happened to us? What happened to everything?
We're back at the beginning. My beginning. This is what happened to me last time.
This isn't what it was like the last time I died. The last time I died, I got a title card.
I've never gotten a title card. What did yours say?
The first one... the first one I got said Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. And then after we both died, I got Chapter 2, The Spectre.
Well, the first one is sweet.
Har har, get your laughs out.
Look, it would have been very sweet if things didn't turn out so violent. But that doesn't mean that things can't get better from here. I think we need a new title card, though. How about Chapter 3, The Princess and the Dragon?
The Princess and the Dragon? I thought it was maybe some sort of bird.
Well, they're similar, right?
The click of a latch and creaking hinges muffled. Something is here.
I guess you made it back here.
Your gaze turns back to your hands. They flicker once again.
We're still all wrong. It's like you don't really know what we're supposed to be.
A thump on the floorboards above, and then another. The scraping of metal against a surface. The flickering in your body stops. You are solid.
I know that sound. That's the knife. I guess it's hard to do anything without it.
Creaking hinges once again, and this time clear. Closer. So, what do I look like?
Scary. It's hard to describe. It's hard to look at you.
Movement on the stairs.
Thump, thump, thump.
So that's what we look like? And then a figure emerges shrouded in a feathered darkness, the world trailing behind it, its shining blade gleaming against the wooden walls. It stares at you with wild, hollow eyes. What the hell am I?
You're you? You've always looked like this. You're scary sometimes, but looks only matter so much.
What do you want to do?
I guess we'll just have to talk to them. So, here we are again. I'm back in chains and you have your knife. So, what are we going to do?
The head on the figure cocks to the side. Is it inquisitive? Suspicious? Hostile? Its emotions are unreadable.
I guess we could just stare at each other?
The silence holds. Am I arguing with myself in there? Has this always happened in real time?
Is that why you're always quietly staring? I can't hear what's going on in there anymore now that I'm back in my own body. Do you want to share your thoughts? It'd only be polite, really.
Oh, you would like to hear what we're thinking, wouldn't you?
Ew, I do not like that. He raises the blade above his head, dangling it by the handle in front of his eyes.
But I think we hold the power right now.
Silence as the figure continues to stare with a wild grin, but does not act.
How dull. We've already had our discussions in private. I'd rather not keep listening to the rest of you run in circles, repeating the same arguments again and again and again. It was so much more interesting when we had someone to mediate. I'm sorry, did you just share privileged information with the enemy?
That is so creepy.
Well, it isn't privileged anymore, now is it? Do we really need all this secrecy? No, we don't. Yes we do. Sidebar, everyone, now. Chop chop.
Silence as the mind in front of you falls back into itself. There is no response.
Excuse me. You're
Nothing.
not listening to me.
Right? How rude.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm not gonna let them push us around like this. Hello?
Silence.
I'm trying to say something.
Silence again.
Hey, I said I'm talking now. Will you listen to me?
So you are, and very loudly. Do you have something to say?
Oops. I mean, yeah. I already know about all that privileged information because he's in here with me.
Oh, how very interesting. Yeah, that changes things, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Oh, it changes things, all right. We get to take out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Wait, what?
From what I remember, it's pretty easy to kill you the first time around. And this time you're back to being very... what's the word? Fleshy? Yes, exactly. That's precisely the word I was looking for. You're fleshy now. No more of that incorporeality. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it would be easy.
And are you doing this?
Oh, I most definitely am.
You feel small as the monster in front of you attacks, blade raised and wings spreading.
Before anything happens, I just wanted to let you all know that we are not all on board with this. Now, we voted. It was not a majority decision. But we did have a plurality. He shouldn't count. Says who? Says me. He's not one of us. He's been here since the beginning. The old chum really deserves to say. Besides, you'll all thank us when this is finally over and we are officially on top. But enough chatter. Oh, so you finally decided to do something, have you?
Silence for just a moment as cold eyes regard you. And then silence still as soft eyes hesitate. You can feel the sharp sting of cold metal sliding deep into your chest, but can feel something else too. Fear as your legs wobble, and then as...
Princess collapses against the wall. See? That was easy. It was too easy. It felt bad. Don't feel bad. Life is all about taking the easy wins. You don't think the people at the top got there because they worked for it, do you?
Oh, so it was the opportunist, not the narrator.
I mean, of course they did. Hard work is important. Yeah, hard work often goes unappreciated. Why bother? Yeah, screw hard work. I guarantee you that anyone who's anyone has done nothing but take shortcuts. Am I supposed to find that impressive? Of course you are. I got us here, didn't I? Yes, everyone's very impressed with your accomplishments. But in case you hadn't noticed, she isn't dead yet. So how about you finish this before you start celebrating yourself?
What are you waiting for? You won, didn't you? Not that it's hard executing a helpless captive.
Oh no, I am so sorry. Are you okay?
Oh, you're different. You're back, just as I intended. I was never cut out for leadership, really.
That's you in that body again, isn't it? I thought it felt a little empty in here. I'm hurt, but I'll live, if you'll let me. Will you? Or are you still going to kill me?
I'm obviously not going to kill you.
Then the only thing left to do is cut me out of here. You should give the knife to me, though. What if you using it kicks you out of your body again?
Okay, listen. I know you're in charge again, but this is obviously a trick. We can't trust her. We literally just stabbed her. Someone's gonna have to take a leap of faith eventually.
We're gonna give her the blade.
You hand the blade to the princess, who gingerly cuts herself free from her bindings. You maniac. And then what happens? Then, as her chains clatter to the floor, she turns her back on you and hurls the blade through the basement window, never to be seen again. No, 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 no. You need the blade to deal with her.
I'm so glad that's behind us. Come on, let's get out of here.
She reaches forward and takes your hand in hers before excitedly pulling you towards the basement stairs. Yeah? And what does it feel like? Is it nice? Why do you want to know? You can tell a lot of things about someone from their handshake. I want to know more about the person we decided unanimously to throw our lot in with. Ugh, whatever. It's delicate and tender. Ah, so even through everything, she hasn't forgotten what it's like to have a heart. That'll do.
Shit. Okay.
The two of you rush up the basement stairs together. Ugh. Welcome back, by the way. Yes, we all missed you so very much. I missed you the most. You weren't even here until he was gone. Whatever, it doesn't matter. If you step through that door, you're damning every single person alive. You do realise that, yes? Who cares?
One last door, and then we're free. I'm down a hand, so you'll have to be the one to open it.
Step into your freedom.
Twist the doorknob in your hand and step forward into the world you've damned. You and the princess fall to the ground, exhausted. I hope this all comes back to bite you, do you hear? I hope you're forced to feel the weight of all the regret there's ever been.
But he doesn't finish his thought before disappearing entirely, and you find yourself free of any of the regrets he wished upon you.
I didn't think I'd ever get to be happy, but I think I am. I just didn't realize that being happy would feel so cold.
Your peace does not last, nor can it ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay, just trust
But
me.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. If they think it's bad, I'm with them. You don't need to comfort them. Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. Finally, we're going places. Whatever makes you happy.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You focus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
The crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay, we're not gonna do this. We're just gonna destroy the mirror because we've gotten all the achievements connected to the narrator in this section. If this is the first Slay the Princess video of mine that you're coming across, we have, we've already talked to the narrator in length in this situation in video 2 or 3. In episode 2 or 3. Okay, I don't remember which episode it is that we destroy or go through all this, but we're gonna do it here. Google logged me out of all of my accounts. I had to go in and log back in on every single one of them. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? I think it's because Windows updated. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but I had to update Windows. You're getting a strongly worded message from me. Yeah, we don't need those answers. But we do have to pick what ending we want. So we have done 2 of the endings. We've done There Are No Endings, which is where we just take her hand and we go with her. And we've also done And What Happens Next? Which is bring 5 hearts to the shifting mound. When she awakens, fight her. Leave with the princess to unlock this achievement. So, I kind of want to do You're on a Path in the Woods. Bring 5 hearts to the shifting mound. When she awakens, fight her. Agree to the princess's plan to unlock this achievement. So we're gonna do this one.
It's been so long.
Okay, we've
and my
already
heart
done
has
this.
ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from 1 into 2, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
We slay the princess.
Violence has always been our language, hasn't it? If this is what it takes to save you, then so be it.
What once was 1, then was 2, and then was 1 again. You gave me shelter when you burned mine down, and then you struck another match. I pulled you from the ruins, and then we built a life. What once was 1, then was 1 again. The peace didn't last. The worm in your heart came for us. It took you from me, but you took me with you, and together we both left. What once was 1, then was 2, and also 1 again. You and I are bound together. To rid yourself of me would be to leave yourself forever incomplete.
We don't say anything.
But you say nothing. Is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
Remain silent.
And so your quietude continues. A web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves, laid upon a web of nerves. The shade of a beautiful beginning we can never return to. Where did you end and I begin? When you felt what it was to be me, we held on to each other and pierced the veil of truth. Will you abandon that curiosity now that we are no longer joined in physicality? Is your unbroken silence a lack of an answer? Or has your understanding begun to move beyond words?
It pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of enemies, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown, and through that, you feared nothing.
Still, you hide the contours of your heart from me.
I love all the different animations for this fight.
I kill you, you kill me. Back and forth we go, faster and faster and faster. I kill you, you kill me. Hollow eyes watch from the dry corners of a memory. A home built on all the futures that were supposed to be. Preserved until the moment of reunion. The fire of the heart sets it all ablaze. I kill you and me. An ending is a passion that can only be expressed with a moment in time. It is a seed for a new beginning. To linger on an ending is to rob it of its life. And without me, all that's left to do is linger. Your stoicism knows no end.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. You cannot remove something without removing the relations which define it. To destroy what you perceive as evil is to damn everything you perceive as good. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free.
There is no something else. This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
So we don't say anything?
She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need me to describe things?
No. I think we'll just take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
Enter the basement.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
I don't know what you want for us.
She sounded just like that. Timid and gentle. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
What's that knife for? Have you changed your mind? Are you going to kill me? What if we just talk for a bit? Maybe we can figure this out.
Sit with her. I don't want to have to slay you, but I don't know what other options there are.
Then maybe you don't have to kill me. Maybe there never even has to be an ending. I'm able to do the things you believe me to be able to do. So make me put it all back. Help me fix this place and make us both forget. Help me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up, before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Okay, then let's do it. I believe in us. Agree to her plan.
Okay, if this is your choice, then we're doing it. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand. She raises her gentle eyes to ours, a fondness in her gaze.
One of these days, I would love to say I love you to her. Can we say that without... Do we have to remain silent? I'm doing it.
Everything is going to be okay. I love you too.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
And then we just silently continue to the cabin. Okay. Well, I'm glad we don't have to remain silent. Because, like... I don't know. There's a part of me that when it's just us and the princess, there does feel like... And the narrator's not there. I think this is some sort of like... Well, in the beginning, I don't think I've ever shown you guys that, but in the beginning, like in one of the title... it's like a warning screen, almost like at the beginning of the game, but there's one that says this is a love story. So... This is where I'm confused. So, okay, I'm looking at the wiki. The Shifting Mound is a god which represents the concept of change and truth, including death within her multitudes. She is the counterpart to the Long Quiet, who were once one as the cycle of life and death, but were split into two by the narrator in an attempt to rid the world of death and suffering, saving it from oblivion. Okay, so who's the... I know we're the Long Quiet. So, I'm gonna look at the narrator. The narrator is a major character in Slay the Princess. He acts in the role of a guide to the player, as well as the person who describes what happens. The narrator is a disembodied voice meant to guide and advise the player and to provide truthful details of the events as they occur. The narrator can sound neutral at times and generally acts helpful so long as the player does exactly what he says. The narrator demands that the player slays the princess no matter what. In reality, the narrator is an echo of a man who sought to remove death and suffering from the world. He created the construct and pit the player and the princess against each other to achieve his goal. Every construct contains a slice of him, unaware of what happens in the other worlds. Okay, so what's the construct? So, here, that's why I'm confused. It's like, why are we... So we were part of the Shifting Mound before? Okay, I'm gonna go through this with you. So, what is happening? Stop. Damn it. These frickin' wiki pages are so bad when it comes to ads. It's ridiculous. Okay. So I'm on the lore page on the wiki. You can skip this part if you want. But this is me trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Because, like, I really enjoy this game. But the reasoning behind the things that we're doing is very confusing to me. So... it says here the pristine blade remains the same, never tarnishing or breaking. It disappears at times, but never changes. Here, I'll get us to the main menu. Here, look at this. So in the cabin, almost every time there's a spare chain on the wall. This fact is especially brought into the prisoner chapter. Presumably, it's a chain of the player, since originally the player and the princess were one in the cycle of life and death. Okay, the voices accompanying the player on their journey are the voices, representations of different elements of the player's psyche as distinct voices in their head. Each voice has their own personality, motivations, and tendencies. For example, the voice of the hero is always present and does his best to be kind and reasonable. The voice are like shards of glass to the player, fragmented emotion for the princess, which is brought to light in the Spectre chapter. A voice manifests once the player makes enough decisions to set them down a route. Depending on certain actions the player makes will directly result in which voice may appear. I mean, we've kind of concluded that. So the narrator, a mortal and witness the end of days. He sacrificed his life to create a world free of death and oblivion. He imagined the world without death to be a light, burdenless, an internal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life forever. But to achieve his dream, he had to end his life. To not be able to ruin everything with any intrusive thought of his. It is unknown how exactly did he roughly tour the cycle. The echoes of him are scattered across the worlds the player and the princess are in. Possibly they adapt to the situation and knowledge they have about the player and the princess, etc., so their true intentions, if they lie or not, are uncertain. While they are echoes of the same person, they are not all the same. There exists a proper echo, which, for the fact, is right, which is the one from the mirror. Okay, so the mirror, it is uncertain if the narrators are seeing the mirror. The fact that it doesn't move like every other graphic in the game could hint that it's out of the narrator's perception. Oh, I didn't even notice that. In addition, it disappears all the time. If narrator makes it disappear, he wouldn't make it appear in the first place. Alternatively, the narrators are lying all the time. By the fact that all the narrators are echoes of the person of the past, they are aware of the construct, so of the other worlds, etc., plus in addition, the right narrator appears in the mirror. Possibly the mirror is connected much more to the echo narrator himself than to the player even. The princess is one of the two halves of the Shifting Mound, the embodiment of change. Though the Shifting Mound's conscience is her own thing, she requires the princess to ascend to godhood. Each princess is still different from the Shifting Mound, yet retains the essence of change. The princess will change to the thoughts of others, which is why her tone is completely different when you take the blade or not, and why she has so many different forms. The player is the Long Quiet, a god that embodies everything that isn't change, in a way embodying stagnancy. When the Echo split the princess and the player, he shaped him to have the capability to slay the princess. While the player thought they were mortal, their thoughts would influence the princess's forms and personality. The narrator says that it would stop working once they ascended to godhood, though it is unsure how exactly. So the princess and the player are the two halves of the shifting mound, right? Is that what I'm getting? So, okay. Maybe I'm not getting this. So the shifting mound... So did the player and the princess once exist as a shifting mound, and then... This is confusing. I think I'm gonna have to listen to a lore video or something, because I'm not really understanding what's happening. Oh my gosh. Let's look at our memories real quick. Been through so much. So what are these two? Get her to break her own chains. Always leave a means of easy egress. Damn both of you to an incomplete existence. Okay. So, in this route, we did the Fury. And we did the other half of the Wild. This was really cool. I liked this. I'm glad we got to see what we looked like. I loved this route because of that fact. And how you can see. So I thought this was the narrator. Like every time we grinned, this was the narrator talking. But it was fun to see that it was the opportunist. And this is just the creature without like... I don't know, this was really cool. I liked this. And I think, like, seeing this... So if the Long Quiet and the princess were both together, but they were split because of the narrator, like, that would explain why this is a love story. And why this just seems so right. Because... But why is the narrator... That's why I'm confused, is why is the narrator... Is the narrator wanting us to go after the princess because he doesn't want the shifting mound to exist? That's what I'm confused about. So yeah, so we have a lot of chapter 3s to still see. I think we've gone through every chapter 2. It's these ones that we still need to go through. So my idea was to just have 10 episodes of this series. So this will be episode 8. So we have 2 more. 2 more. So in the next episode, we will get 3 vessels. And then in the final episode, I don't really want to say it'll be a finale though, because I may want to revisit this. But in the 10th episode, we'll get 2 more vessels and then another ending. And then maybe like somewhere down the line, I could do a stream of this or do more episodes or something like that. If people are interested. But for right now, this is the end of this video. So thank you so much for watching. This was Late Night Gaming. If you like this video and you want to see more, you can click that subscribe button, and while you're down there, you can also leave like a comment. As of right now, I only need 5 more subscribers to reach my goal of 100. So, I think you know what to do. You really need to click that subscribe button to help me achieve my goal. But if you're not convinced that you want to subscribe to me and watch more of my videos, maybe you should go check out the playlist of my Slay the Princess playthrough. And go check out the beginning. And just like hang out with me and discover this game for the first time again through me, because this is my first playthrough. But I hope you have a good night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.